So I was born in California and raised in the Navy. So we lived all over, lots of different places, including here. My dad was stationed here at Dahlgren, active duty, one of the few uniformed military that actually were here in the 90s. After college, I actually went away to grad school to try to become a doctor. And coming back from that, when I didn't become a doctor, which is a whole nother story, I ended up sort of exploring what my options might be. My name is Bridget White, and I am the awards program manager at Dahlgren. I joined Dahlgren in August of 2015, so that would be coming up on 8 years in August. Interestingly enough, I never thought about Dahlgren. It was not even on the list of places that I thought that I wanted to work or could work. And I don't think it's because I didn't want to, just more like I didn't think about it at all. And then I took a part-time job working at the University of Mary Washington bookstore, and they had a career fair. So I took my resume, didn't tell my family, didn't tell anybody that I knew at Dahlgren that I was gonna do this, and applied. So after that, in a series of interviews, I ended up working in the Human Systems Integration Department, or branch at the time, here at Dahlgren, and did some technical work for a few years until I realized that I love people. Ultimately, I had done a few things with the organization on a different scale and thought I could probably do this support operations for a little bit in a different role. So they offered me a position, and that's how I ended up where I am now. So my career path has been twisty, like so many. We always have a plan A and a plan B, and eventually we get through the alphabet at some point and find what fits for us, or maybe all the things we don't want to do. So I started my college career late in life, having done some non-accredited work out of high school, and then ended up in biomedical engineering. I had always wanted to go into medicine, and I thought doctor would be perfect. And in fact, I not only went to medical school for a while, but also joined the Navy Health Professions Scholarship Program in an attempt to be a Navy doctor, which was a challenge. And ultimately a challenge that I decided I didn't want to pursue anymore. That's how I kind of came back to Dahlgren ultimately. So the biggest factor in my move from the technical field into human resources, where I work now, was honestly people once again. I had some good mentors, and one of them encouraged me to explore other options outside of the technical field. I think the interesting thing was what this person said to me, which was, "What do you want to do?" And I think up until that point, I had just done what was expected of me. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted, because for a while I had not even explored what it was that I wanted. And as much as I really enjoyed working in human systems integration, I really enjoyed working on the operations side and actually coming up to support people who then were doing the work to support the warfighter. Career paths are tricky because you don't know. It's all an unknown. You have an idea of what you want to do in your life, and you have an idea of what you're good at. And I've heard a lot of different things on both sides. Do what you're passionate about, or do what you're good at. And the happy medium, obviously, is to find something that you're good at that you really care about. But I've also heard, find something you're really good at and bring your passion with you. And I think a lot of us, when we are looking at what we want to do for the rest of our lives, yes, we need to make a living, but we also need to make a difference. And here at Dahlgren, there are lots of opportunities to do that. Interestingly, I'm not going to say I fell into human resources, but I find myself in human resources. I'm good at my job, I'll be honest. I am good at my job. At least people tell me I'm good at my job. But I know I want to get better, and I know I want to explore other options. I'm actually enrolled in another graduate program to get a master's in business administration right now, which is a challenge. But it's also kind of pulling the threads together of who I was before I came here, who I became while I worked here, and now who I want to be as I continue to offer my best to this place that has already given me so much.